Hi, this is Wendy De Rosa, the founder of the School of Intuitive Studies. I'm talking to you today from my home office in Boulder, Colorado. And the topic of today's video here is on how to increase abundance. And we might hear this type of topic often in different kinds of spiritual growth or personal growth teachings and videos and webinars and so on and so forth. And I'd like to just explain a little bit of a more of a spiritual, energetic perspective on abundance and how we increase abundance in our life. So first of all, just to define abundance a little bit more, we often relate abundance to money and to wealth and to having the things that we need to feel comfortable and safe in our life. And abundance also has another definition, which is that abundance is the ability to receive love in all ways. So that means abundant in our home life, abundant with our relationship and our friends, in beauty, in grace in our life, in time, in being able to have relaxation, good food, water, so on and so forth. So abundance isn't only financial, it's in all ways in our life. So money is just one representation of abundance. And if you're someone who prays for that, prays for abundance in your life, but feels closed off to new relationships or closed off to receiving compliments from people, from others, or feels even closed off to self, judgment towards self, lack of abundance of love towards self, then there's going to be an issue in receiving, or a block, I should say, in receiving love through the form of money. So in general, what I tend to notice is that abundance has three primary blocks in the body. And I want to talk for a minute about where, when I focus on abundance in the body, I actually focus on it at the tailbone, which we have a power center there called the Root Chakra. And if we're able to take in love there in the root element of our body, what we're taking in at that point is an intention, a prayer, a feeling of safety and security and love in the young or early childhood development aspect of our being. So the root chakra relates to years 0 to 7. But if our belief systems growing up in that time period of our life was fear-based or lack, the feeling of lack mentality, or there was scarcity, or there was just let's say a level of neglect, an overall lack of love in that area that stores in that area of the body, then it's going to be very hard for us to feel that us receiving love or having love is going to feel okay or normal. So what I like to just invite you to do is just focus, as I'm talking about these blocks, focus on breathing into your tailbone and breathing in that frequency of love, just breathing love into your tailbone. Okay, so the first block that I want to talk about is that sometimes we feel that we are not receiving abundantly when there's a lack of spiritual connection. So abundance and money even is actually a very spiritual experience, because some of the money we physically work hard for, but some of it actually it comes through the flow of the universe. So sometimes money can come to us unexpectedly. Abundance can come to us through, someone's generosity. It can come to us when we least expect it. But if we're working really hard from our personal self, then there may be a belief lower in the body that you have to work hard to actually receive abundance. But what's interesting is that in order to truly receive, we do need to have faith and trust in the universe, in our spiritual connection, that we will be provided for, we will be cared for, that there's plenty if we open our eyes to it, if we stop to look and feel and sense into what's actually given to us in our life. So lack of spiritual connection tends to be the first block. The next one is, again, coming down to that root chakra connection and way that we start to learn about havingness and worthiness and being able to receive abundance, is simply the belief that I'm not worthy of it, that something that I might have, some way I might have been raised or might have been feeling into in my childhood has given me the belief that I'm not worthy, some wound, some way that I've been taught. And that feeling of I'm not worthy, it ends up affecting how we're going to have or receive or take in love from anywhere. So if I believe I'm not worthy, whether love or money or anything's coming to me, I might end up pushing it away on some level, blocking it, or I might give it to someone else or put somebody else first, put everybody else first and myself last if I don't feel that I'm worthy of receiving. So that block, I'm not worthy, is a deep one for blocking the sense of love and abundance. And then the third one is whether or not you are in or out of balance with giving and receiving. So sometimes you can tell by your breath cycle. How are your inhales? Are your inhales potent and full and deep? Are your exhales long and releasing? Are your inhales shorter than your exhales? Are your exhales shorter than your inhales? So if your inhales were about receiving, track that in your system. And if your exhales are about giving, track that. And notice which is longer or shorter. Where do you feel constriction? If you feel constriction on the exhale, are you not giving enough of your heart, giving enough of your intentions, of your care, of your generosity, of your gratitude, of your just your respect of yourself, respect of others? Notice that. And then notice your exhales. Your inhales. Are you not taking deep breaths? Is there a block to receiving, to taking in life, to breathing in what you have been given, what you're given every day? So notice within your breath cycle, where is it stuck or blocked in your giving and receiving, and where could you open up more in your life to giving and receiving? So those are the three primary areas that I tend to look at in looking at clearing blocks to abundance or increasing abundance. And what I'm offering now is that next week, it's January 19th, I'm going to be offering a free conference call or free guided healing on how to go into the energetic blocks in the body and clear these blocks, whether they be at the root chakra or anywhere else in the body. So I hope you can join me for that call. It's called the Divine Guidance Healing. You can find more information on my website at schoolofintuitivestudies.com. If you are listening to this video after that call happens, then you can find it, a recorded version in my guided meditation club at schoolofintuitivestudies.com. Thank you.